Hi everyone, welcome back to Dragon Image. Today I'm here to introduce you to some new studio lights that we have specifically for people out there that are looking to build their own studio but want more than just a simple light source. These two units here, the DF811 and the DF812, are our new RGB LED panels. These LEDs, unlike other RGB panels, actually still have the daylight and the tungsten LEDs. So you do get extremely accurate high CRI and TLCI for the daylight and tungsten, but you then have the option of adding or removing color to those settings. You can see it kind of going through a color cycle here, and these lights can actually be controlled using this little app here. So a couple of the options that you have here is not just actually changing the intensity and the color, but you've also got the ability to add gels. So you can see here we have our ROSCO gel presets, but we also have our LEEs, and what we can do is we can find the gel that we want to incorporate onto our daylight panel and simply tap it, and it will change the panel to suit that. So it's that simple. If you want to select different gels, you can just tap it and off you go. The other option we have is RGB mode. RGB mode allows us to control it like we would, for instance, let's just say like in Photoshop, where you can select how much green, red and blue you want to add to a scene. So I can just go add green, remove red, remove blue, and I get a very green background. I can add some red to that if I want to, reduce the green, and end up with more of an orange. If I go back, I can then go to HSI mode. HSI mode stands for hue, saturation, and intensity. This allows me to select the hue I want. And you can see it changing there. I can also decrease or increase the saturation, and I can do the same with the intensity. The other thing I can do is literally just tap the screen and move it around, and it will move those sliders to where my finger is. The other mode we have is the coordinates. This is very similar to the other one, but this allows me to select coordinates within a gamut, allowing me to match a previous color temperature or color control. And then you've got CCT mode, which is our daylight kind of white balance. So here we've got our white balance, our plus and minus magenta or green. And you might say to yourself, you know what, I want to be super accurate with this. You can tap on that, tap on the color down here, and type in the color that you are after. So in this case, 5600 specifically, and there you have it. So it is a Bluetooth controller, but you can also control it via Wi-Fi, so you can have these actually connect to your Wi-Fi network, allowing you to control tons of lights at once if you want to. At the moment, these two are paired as a group, but you may have these lights in other configurations if you so please. So for instance, if you've got a green studio, you might have the background lights on one channel, you might have your front lights, and even some specialty lights such as backlights and so forth on a separate channel again, and then you can control all of them, allowing you to have different color effects. The other thing is, if you're familiar with DMX, you could put them into a DMX panel, allowing you to have your presets and your different kind of setups ready to go at just the press of a button, giving you more kind of effects. The other thing we can do as well is you've got these effects section. So you can do all this, by the way, in the heads themselves. You don't need to do this wirelessly, but I can have my police, increase the speed if I want to, decrease if I want to, increase the intensity, lightning, candle, so the candle has that slight flicker to it. I've got HSI demo, which is what I started off with, and CCT demo, which is for the standard tungsten or white balance kind of demonstration.